This is a regular meeting of the Township Committee. Public notice of this meeting has been given as required by the Open Public Meetings Law. A resolution was adopted on January 1st, 2023, designating this date, this hall, and 7:30 p.m. as the time for this regular meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Union in the County of Union. A notice of each and every meeting of the Township Committee was posted in accordance with the aforesaid Open Public Meetings Law in one public place reserved for the posting of ordinances and official notices of the Township of Union, namely the bulletin board next to the clerk's office. In addition thereto, a copy of said resolution was forwarded to the local source in Star Ledger. A copy of said resolution is on file with the clerk of the Township.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. This evening, the prayer will be led by Deputy Mayor Cavadas and the flag salute led by Committeeman Bowser. Would everyone please stand?
God of power, might, wisdom, and justice, through you authority is rightly administered. Laws are enacted and judgment is decreed. Assist this Township Committee with your spirit of counsel and fortitude, and guide us to seek righteousness, justice, and mercy, and assist us in leading our township with honesty and integrity. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Florio?
here.
Ms. Delisfort? Mr. Bowser?
Here.
Ms. Cavadas?
Here.
Mayor Figueiredo?
Here. Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the conference and regular session of April 11th, 2023?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Madam Clerk, can we move on with the ordinances and resolutions, please?
I have for your consideration on draft and first reading an ordinance establishing a cap bank for the 2023 calendar year.
Move the draft be taken up for first reading by title at this time.
Second.
Calendar year 2023 ordinance to establish a cap bank authorizing that any amount not appropriated as part of the final budget shall be retained as an exception to final appropriation in either of the next two succeeding years. Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Ms. Delisfort?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Ms. Cavadas?
Yes.
Mayor Figueiredo?
Yes.
Move the draft be taken up at the next regular scheduled meeting for second and final reading.
Second.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Ms. Delisfort?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Ms. Cavadas?
Yes.
Mayor Figueiredo?
Yes.
Providing for various improvements in the Township of Union.
Move the draft be taken up on first reading by title at this time.
Second.
Bond ordinance providing for various 2023 capital improvements by and in the Township of Union, in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, appropriating $7,255,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $6,892,250 bonds or notes of the Township to finance part of the cost thereof. Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Ms. Delisfort?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Ms. Cavadas?
Yes.
Mayor Figueiredo?
Yes.
Move the draft be taken up at the next regularly scheduled meeting for second and final reading.
Second.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Ms. Delisfort?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Ms. Cavadas?
Yes.
Mayor Figueiredo?
Yes.
Following resolutions, introduction of the 2023 municipal budget.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Authorizing the township to do a self-review of the 2023 municipal budget.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Authorizing a contract with Garden State Fireworks to provide fireworks for the July 4th holiday celebration for a fee not to exceed $20,000.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the purchase of safety footwear for the Department of Public Works from Red Wing Shoes at their sole quote not to exceed $15,000.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing payment of all approved vouchers for solid waste collection, haulage, and disposal at the interim rate of $75.09 per ton for household waste and $107.12 per ton for bulky waste for the month of March.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Designating the Chief Financial Officer as supervisor of all activities of Prime Point LLC, Township Payroll Company.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing a professional service agreement with Hendricks Appraisal Company LLC as tax appraiser for the township for a fee not to exceed $17,500.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement of sale to the State of New Jersey Department of Transportation of parcels UE 43B and EA 43D for the sum of $62,000 and parcels UE 43C, E43F and 2R43A in the amount of $45,000.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amending Resolution Number 2023-113, authorizing an agreement with Colliers Engineering and Design to conduct an area needs study for Burnett Avenue, to correct the address to 1508 Burnett Avenue and state the study as non-condemnation.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Supporting the preservation of the historic Union County seal.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amending Resolution 2023-172, which authorized an agreement with Colliers Engineering and Design to conduct an area needs study for Liberty Avenue, to state the study as non-condemnation.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the renewal of the home investment partnership with the County of Union for the 2024, 2025, and 2026 federal fiscal years.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amending the temporary budget.
Move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Ms. Delisfort?
Yes.
Mr. Bowser? Ms.
Yes.
Cavadas?
Yes.
Mayor Figueiredo?
Yes.
Supporting Revolution NJ, which commemorates the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Supporting the New Jersey Department of Transportation's traffic regulation order consolidating certain bus stops along Route 22 within the township.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ask you to approve the finances as listed on the agenda.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The following communications from Terry Milanda, tax collector, requesting the Township Committee authorize checks issued to the following, representing the redemption of tax sale certificates.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
From Kim D. Eason, First Baptist Church of Box Hall, requesting permission to close Hilton Avenue from Berkeley Place to Laurel Avenue on Sunday, July 16, 2023, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for 117th Church Anniversary Celebration. Also requesting permission to utilize the municipal parking lot on Hilton Avenue at Berkeley Place for parking.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Debbie Ivins, TNT Fireworks, requesting permission to hold a tent sale in the parking lot located at 1701 Morris Avenue from June 15, 2023 through July 6, 2023, utilizing a 20 by 40 foot tent, banners, and flags. Also requesting permission for a 10 by 20 foot container for storage and a small generator to operate the lights.
Move for approval, subject to Fire and Building Department recommendations.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Monthly reports from Municipal Court and Fire Department.
Move that they be received and filed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That concludes my part of the agenda.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We go to our committee reports. Committeewoman Delisfort,
Thank you,
please.
Mayor. From our DPW department, the paving crews continue to work on repairing potholes and patching sections of roads throughout the township. Since our last meeting, the road division has performed 325 pothole repairs, multiple crack filling repairs, and 170 street sweepings. The sewer division continues to maintain catch basins, pump stations, and outfalls daily, performing repairs when necessary. Since our last meeting, the sewer division has performed 100 catch basin cleanings, 80 enzyme applications, 1 emergency call, and 3 catch basin repairs. The Shade Tree Division continues to maintain trees in parks, township properties, and in township right-of-ways. Since our last meeting, tree crews performed 7 removals, 15 trims, 30 tree vals, and 3 stump grindings. As a reminder, brown goods such as newspapers, paper, and cardboard should be tied and bundled and placed at curbside for recycling pickup. Grass collection begins Thursday, April 13th, and will continue through Friday, September 29th. Grass should be placed in brown biodegradable bags or garbage cans no larger than 32 gallons. No plastic bags will be accepted. The County of Union will be hosting a paper shredding event on Friday, May 5th at the Hillside Pool, located at 1209 Central Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information, visit the county website at www.ucnj.org/recycling. All concerns or inquiries regarding all divisions of Public Works can be addressed by calling Public Works at 908-686-1922 or by using the Report a Concern feature on the Township website. And that concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Committeeman Florio, please.
Thank you. From our police department, as we continue with our speed control to try and control the speed limits in our town, over the past 2 weeks, we had 136 stops. Some of the main area streets are Galloping Hill, Burnett, Vauxhall, Self-Master, and Liberty, and about 6 or 7 others. Also, we now, with our checking on trucks going on roads they shouldn't. In the past 2 weeks, we had 42 stops. Elmwood, Liberty, Caldwell, and Potter are generally the most affected. In the past 2 weeks, we had direct patrols totaling 3,557, calls for service 2,100, and arrests 49. Every 2 weeks, I'd like to point out a particular event, I should say, great patrol efforts in our community, and I got another one this week. On 4/20, officers were notified of a theft that occurred in Fanwood, where suspects stole a female victim's purse and fled in a Porsche Cayenne. A short time later, officers working on the Quality of Life unit observed the suspect vehicle traveling on Route 22 eastbound. Officers attempted to conduct a motor vehicle stop, but the suspect vehicle accelerated away from the officers, then cut across the grass onto Route 22 westbound and was last seen on West Chestnut Street. While searching the area, officers were alerted to a male looking into parked vehicles. The suspect was stopped on West Chestnut Street while other officers continued the investigation. Through surveillance video, officers were able to ID the suspect, stopped as the same suspect who exited the passenger door of the Porsche with the stolen purse in Mamba's restaurant parking lot. The Porsche was also located, parked unoccupied a few blocks away. Fanwood PD responded and took custody of the male suspect who was charged accordingly. Again, our officers are conducting things in coordination with other townships, just as they do with us. That's my report for tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Committeeman Bowser, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The Recreation Department report. The Union Municipal Band will be hosting a benefit concert for the Veterans Alliance Memorial Day Parade on Monday, May 22nd at 7:30 p.m. The concert will be held at the Senior Center on Broadway Avenue. Light refreshments will be served. The concert will feature patriotic favorites such as the Light Cavalry Overture and the Armed Forces Medley. Admission is free. However, donations to support the parade will be gratefully accepted. Registration for the Summer Enrichment Program will open on a rolling basis in May. Please visit the Township of Union's Facebook page for flyers as they are released. Program will include robotics, fashion design, chess, art, stop-motion animation, theater acting, and more. The Union Recreation Department will also be offering weekly swimming lessons for children ages 3 to 12 at the Knight of Columbus pool. For more information about the Union Municipal Band concert or the Summer Enrichment Program for kids, please contact the Union Recreation Department at 908-686-4200. The Senior Report. Health and Wellness. Health Maintenance Program, Tuesday, May 16th, from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Nurse Prevention Service, which includes blood pressure and blood sugar checks, will be taken. The Dine and Chat Luncheon, which was the first of its kind, event was today. I attended that event. It was a fantastic event. We had somewhat of 106 people there who came prepared to really eat and enjoy themselves as well as chat. So I have to say that that was really a success in that regard. It was at Legar, and again, it was fantastic. With that being said, stay tuned for the next event, which is date will be in June. Time will be from 1:30 to 1:30 to 3 p.m. The restaurant will be the Peruvian Flavor, which is a new restaurant here in town. So I'm looking forward to that as well. The AARP Smart Driving class is April the 27th from 9:15 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. $20 for AARP members and $25 for non-members. Computer tutoring is May 1st from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Intergenerational partnership will be at the high school, with the high school. Poetry workshop, beginners and experienced poets are welcome. Each week, we will enact succinctly to a published poem to help deepen our understanding of meanings and choices, techniques, and experiences in poems we'll read. Join us for this workshop on creating and reading powerful poems that are clear, organized, fresh, and moving, full of life. 8-week sessions from 1 to 2 p.m. with E. Bradshaw from Bradshaw Creative Services. And the dates are May 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 30th. June 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th. Older American Month celebration is May 24th. Cabaret of show tunes, a vivid stage, and light refreshments partnering with the library. Save the date. May 22nd, Union Municipal Band will be performing at the Senior Center at 7:30 p.m. All are welcome. This concert will be supporting the Memorial Day Parade. Attic Treasures, August the 12th through the 13th. For more information, contact the Senior Center. Guest speakers. Home Care will be presenting What is Care, May 5th, 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Cal Davies presenting Senior Living, Brighton Gardens, Mountainside, a choice. May 9th, 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Dr. Cass presenting hearing aid coverage, May 10th, 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Upcoming trips, Wind Creek Casino, Bethlehem, PA, May 18th. Tickets are $35 per person. Atlantic City Casino, July the 6th, $40 per person. Monmouth Park Racetrack, August the 18th, $70 per person. Sit-down lunch in the Rivalry Room is where this will take place. For any and all additional information, call the Senior Center at 908-851-5290. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Cavadas, please.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Erica Bradshaw to the Cultural Arts Board.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
I'd also like to make a motion for the following license applications for approval for Outdoor Cafe, Van Gogh's Ear, 1017 Stuyvesant Avenue, and Blue Ribbon Bakery, 988 Stuyvesant Avenue.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
From our Union Fire Department, they responded to 199 emergency calls for service this period with 86 medical calls. Some significant events during this period. On April 16, our fire department units responded to Overlook Union Hospital for 2 adult unconscious in the vehicle. After investigating and several medical tests, it was determined that the adults had extremely high levels of carbon dioxide in their blood work, and the source of the carbon dioxide was narrowed down to the family vehicle. Both patients were moved to Jacobi Hospital in New York City for treatment. On April 17, fire apparatus responded to Route 22 East by Morris Avenue ramp for a reported tractor-trailer explosion. Upon arrival, units encountered a fully engulfed trailer with the both sides inside the trailer box. Multiple hand lines were deployed and members utilized foam to suppress the fire. There were no injuries to first responders or the public. On April 22nd, fire apparatus responded to Route 78 East for a vehicle off the roadway. Once on scene, the vehicle was found up a hill into a heavily wooded area with 3 passengers entrapped. Crews extricated the 3 passengers after a challenging extrication due to the terrain and vehicle damage. All passengers were transported to University Hospital. Patients were stable at time of transport. On April 23rd, fire apparatus responded to the Garden State Parkway North mile marker 141/8 for a 16-car motor vehicle accident with damage to the vehicles ranging from low to moderate. 1 patient was transported to Newark Beth Israel. Again, from our Union Fire Department, some safety messages. Make sure the exhaust vent pipe for your dryer is not restricted and free from lint. If you have a fireplace, now is a good time to have your chimney cleaned and inspected. And lastly, use caution when fueling lawnmowers and other small engines. Store gasoline only in approved containers with lids closed tightly, and never store the fuel anywhere in your home. Let hot lawnmowers and other equipment cool down before storing or refueling. And that concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you so much, Deputy Mayor. Before I begin, I want to begin by congratulating our Union High School track program for their accomplishments at the Morris Hills Relays. And this is just amazing. The boys' distant medley relay of Guzman, Loco, Momo Oare, and Rodriguez earned first place, a new meet record, and a new school record of 10 minutes, 30 seconds, and 96 hundredths. And the girls' 4x200 relay of Baez, Latinel, Portuando, and Taylor also earned first place. So congratulations to that track team, and keep up the good work. Join us next Saturday, May 6th, starting at 12 noon for our first annual Asian American Pacific Islander Food and Music Festival. This will be in Union Center. It will feature an array of performances, live entertainment, local AAPI-owned food vendors, and much more. Take place on Stuyvesant Avenue. We'll be closing off the block between Morris and Axton. We have some phenomenal events. There's a lion dance, dragon dance. There's a traditional Japanese taiko drums interlude, Polynesian dance performance. There's even Bollywood performances by the Culture Cool, and the Miyabi Kodo Shamisen Ensemble will perform also, and then an acrobatic performance by Lena Liu. Now, she's known for balancing umbrellas on her toes and things like that. Don't miss this. It's going to be a great event. I want to thank our Public Information Officer, Bill Reyes, for all the work he's done in putting this together, and it's going to be a wonderful day. So stop by May 6th from 12 to 4. Join the Township of Union, SID, and the Rotary Club for a night of networking, good food and drinks, all for a great cause. Proceeds from this event will go towards the medical costs of Cami and Marciano, 2 Washington Elementary School students. And I'm just going to pull up the date for you on that. That's May 10th at 5:30. That'll take place at Lagar Restaurant. This is for 2 students at Washington School who are battling cancer. So for event details, ticket costs, and purchase tickets, you can go to uniontownship.com. The Moving Wall Vietnam Veteran Memorial is coming to the township. It's coming from May 17th to the 22nd at Beer Temple Park. Please join us on Thursday, May 18th at 6:30 p.m. for a candlelight ceremony as we pay our respects and honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Anyone interested in volunteering at the wall site is encouraged to visit uniontownship.com. And another great event on May the 20th. It sounds far away, but it really isn't. Save the date. This is our Township of Union's 3rd annual Bike Rodeo Cyclovia. And join us for a 2.4-mile loop. I might even be able to walk that. Plus plenty of activities and water stations along the way. I think we're encouraging some skateboarding people, and I won't be doing that. But come and join us. Please note, this rodeo begins in a new location this year on Hendricks Drive, plus an added stop featuring the traveling half-size replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. You can reserve your spot for that day by contacting uniontownship.com. And again, I just remind everyone, if you haven't signed up for Everbridge notifications, please do. It's our way of getting emergency and general notifications out to the public. You can do this at www.uniontownship.com, and any updates are also posted on Facebook at TWP Union NJ. And with that, I'll open the meeting up to the public. Please, a reminder, state your name and your address. Anyone from the public wishing to speak, please. So, hold on. Sal. Yeah, we're just going to, we want you to be heard.
Hi, Tracy Izigi, 1027 Bertram Terrace. I'm just asking about the chickens. We came last time, and we were going to be called maybe by the clerk's office, but we haven't yet. And just wondering if there's any change in that update.
I'm going to call up our building department. Mr. Manguso, are you addressing this, or?
Mayor, I can tell you that we are looking at the issue, and we will have a recommendation for you, most likely at the next meeting.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak? Seeing none, a motion to adjourn? Still, hold on.
Good evening. Mike Giamo, 680 Fairway Drive. The last time I was here was the 11th. We were talking about the exit off of Route 22. Did anybody see the picture of the SUV that almost split the rail on Facebook? If anybody was sitting there waiting to go on 22, they'd be dead tonight. So this conversation would have been starting, I told you so. In the last time we talked, you asked me to meet with the police department. I did. I met with Chris Donnelly. Big help. I met with Sergeant Oliviero. We sat at the site a couple times. We talked about all the statistics and logistics, and I found out a lot of stuff that I really didn't need to know, but I'm glad I do know now. I have a question. When the DOT made the change on that turn, did the town have any say in it at all? We need to find that out, because if anything was to happen, that's going to be a pretty big point. All right? Because I remember before they got it done, when I was coming home and I was making a left-hand turn out the fairway, my lights weren't shining into someone's light, into their house. I was pointing more towards Evergreen Parkway. So why they made it so sharp, whoever made it, I don't know, but that's an issue. All right? Now, as far as statistics go, the last I heard, 15,000 cars, 2,000 cars a day. It's incredible. It's incredible the amount of cars that are being used on that, from a state highway to a town road. Most of them are using it to go onto the Parkway South. In the interim period from the 11th to tonight, I talked to a civil engineer and I talked to an attorney, just to see what would happen if things happened at this intersection. The attorney, well, he's a Jersey lawyer, so he said to me, Mike, he says, it's Jersey. He says, but, you could sue me if I walk on your grass, that kind of thing. He says, but I showed him everything. I showed him all the statistics, and he said this is a judicial nightmare. Everybody would be involved, the state, the town, the contractors, everybody, if somebody or something happened. The other thing, I talked to a civil engineer, bright kid, NJIT. And we were doing that thing on Google, on Google Maps or whatever, and I showed him where the cars were coming off and this and that. I said, now, Bobby, if you got this assignment, how would you fix this? It says 2,000 cars a day coming off this road. He says, he showed me, he said to me, the entrance to Parkway South is off of Chestnut. Close that. Make a 2-lane exit off of Route 22 right onto the Parkway. And everybody coming off exit from Route 22 into Fairway Drive, local traffic only. 15,000 cars a week now. What's it going to be 5-6 years from now? 30,000 cars? 40,000 cars when Union isn't a town anymore, when it becomes a city? We're not going to get this fixed, but we have to start the conversation, Mr. Mayor. We have to get the DOT in front of us to help us fix this. It's only going to get worse. With more people coming in, more cars, it's an accident waiting to happen. This is what I got from the DOT. You got a lot of stuff from the DOT. You could talk about the Parkway, the Turnpike, but this is the paragraph I want you to hear. Contact your local officials first for the following: signs exiting or new, traffic signals, timings or installations, speed limit changes and related information, roadway striping, lane use changes, parking restrictions, highway construction related work, county and local, road inquiries. Now in red, it says this. Maybe you've seen this already. I don't know. In red, the NJDOT cannot enter a town and make changes in their jurisdiction without the town's consent. Should the issue fall under the DOT jurisdiction, the local officials will forward a direct request to the appropriate NJDOT staff for an investigation on behalf of this municipality. So who's going to make the call? I'll sit with these people. You can give them my name. They could sit on my deck. We got to get this fixed, not for this generation. We're not going to see it fixed. But for the next generation, when there's 40,000 cars coming down that street, We got to start the conversation now with the DOT and whoever else once it gets involved. That's it.
I'm going to ask our police director to come up because we have taken some action already. I'm on him to let everyone know what types of action have become to mitigate some of the situation there.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I think Mike's aware. I met with Mike. Sergeant Oliveira met with him. We installed some signs. We've done everything we can. We put a sign on Route 22 that says, please slow down entering residential area. We also put a sign just at the Fairway exit saying slow down. Another sign on Fairway when you come off the ramp that says please slow down. And then we're also installing, once it comes in, we ordered it, a blinking yellow flashing light at the bottom of Fairway from the ramp. That's going to caution people to slow down.
Okay.
They're all the steps that we've been able to take. I've met with Mr. Giamo. I've answered phone calls, texts, everything like that. We're bending over backwards, but we've taken it basically as far as we can.
Okay. Administration, Don. Hold on.
I wanted to.
Go ahead.
I wanted to thank the police department. I mean, their hands, they can only go so far. One more thing. When that SUV couldn't slow down, I mean, you're driving on 22, people are driving bumper cars. I mean, we all know that. It's ridiculous. Is there any way we can get in touch with the contractor to remove the big drums and just put cones down? Because now most of the work is being done on the other side of the bridge so that the deceleration lane is opened. They could put cones down during the day and take the cones away at night like they do on the Parkway.
We have asked that repeatedly. They will not do that.
They won't do it.
And if we do it, we encumber the insurance problem that would possibly happen.
All right.
They will not do that.
All right, that answers that question.
Yeah.
But once again, I want to
Believe
thank
me,
the
we have
police
tried.
department. The police department's been over backwards, and they took it as far as we can take. But we need to talk to the DOT, Mr. Mayor.
I'm
Mike,
going to have administration contact you. That's what I was turning to speak to
Okay.
Mr. Travisano.
The police department went out there because the mayor and ultimately township administration asked them to do that. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. If your ask is for the township to spearhead or call NJDOT.
Well, they're the only ones that they'll listen to. I can call them till I'm blue in the face. They're not going to reply.
I know. Let me finish my thought. I'm happy to do that. Can I get clarity on exactly what it is that you want to ask them to do? I think we've been kind of all over the map over the last several years.
I just said the
but-
easy fix.
That's why, Mike. We're going to have him contact you, or you can contact administration, set up a meeting, and have that discussion.
All right. Okay. We could do that, but it can be fixed. It's just going to cost about $50 million. That's,
Okay. Thank you so much.
all right.
Anyone else wishing to speak? Motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good evening, everyone.